What's going on, guys? And today I'm going to be bringing you a video. Now you might be thinking, yo, did you get hacked or something? What happened? I didn't get hacked. All my players are right here. I just benched them. And that is for pretty much just one reason. A lot of you guys have been saying, yo, I need coins. Can you give me coins so I can build a great team? Honestly, you don't need coins. You don't need someone to give you coins to build a good team. Or in other words, you don't need elites to make your team awesome or great or just the best team in the world. You don't need that. All you need is certain players that do certain things. So if you are a guy who just likes to pass the ball, you want a guy that's accurate, right? So you want Matt Ryan. He's 10K in the market. Go buy him now. Honestly, sometimes he's better than the actual Tom Brady for me. Sometimes just gameplay wise, but you just want him for the all around stats. I mean, 19 elusiveness is not that good, but I mean, a lot of the elusive quarterbacks don't have good accuracy. But if you're a guy who throws short and you want accuracy short, you want Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is like 15K. So the max is probably 15K. So if you're willing to pay that, then I'm all for you. Just saying. I'm not gonna go over like the overview of like every single player, or else that's just gonna be really, really boring. So, the offensive line, as you can see, King Dunlap is more of a run block guy than a pass block guy. You want one person on each side to have good run block and the other to have good pass block. So right here, this guy is good run block, and I think Mike Remmers has good all-around. Yeah, he's got 91 pass block. So as you can see, it's sort of varied out between the positions. And Rodney Houston, he's just pretty much all-around. That's why I have him there, because he has good of both. Now, Matt Khalil, same thing, but Matt Khalil, I think he's more pass block than run block. It's one of the two. But that's what you want, unless you want to switch Mike Harrison, Clint Bowling to have run block on one side, pass block on the other side. That's not a good idea, because when the defense is rushing up on you, you don't want your quarterback to come under pressure for one side falling apart and the other side not. So that's the reason why it's so spread out. Then if you're a guy who just likes speed, you want 70 rated Dre Archer. He's like 12K on the market. He's honestly one of the best running backs I've ever used. One of the cheapest. Obviously, Barry Sanders is better than him by far, and Chris Johnson. But compared to this Tavon Austin, even though Tavon Austin just murders him in stats, in gameplay, Dre Archer is the best. Alright? So if you have Dre Archer and a good offensive line, and good play calls, you're guaranteed to have yards. Alright, now for my fullback, I don't really go to my fullback on plays, but if you do, or the only reason why I have Roosevelt Nix is because of that 94 strength, the 89 acceleration, the speed is crazy, the 87 run block and 83 impact block is just ridiculous. So go pick this card up right now. Jordan Reed, tight end. I go to my tight end a lot. I need someone who's got speed and can catch, but who's also tall. Jordan Reed is not the tallest in the game. Ladarius Green. Get his card. His card is the best one in the game. I just didn't specifically get his card because everybody who knows Cheat Beast knows Ladarius Green. But Jordan Reed, for me, he comes out of the pocket. Not out of the pocket, but out of the play. He runs the route perfectly, and usually if it's a corner play, he'll make the catch 9 times out of 10. So, for my wide receivers, I need speed. I just need someone to get out there. Mike Wallace is perfect with that 89 jump, 90 jump, I can check it. But this is the glitch card in the game. Seth Roberts, This is probably one of the craziest cards I've ever seen. 93 speed, 95 agility, 95 excel, 88 jump, 88 catch, 90 jump. This is a crazy card, and he's only like worth 4K. So pick him up right now. Brandon Cooks is the other card, but compared to Seth Roberts, I'd take Seth Roberts over Brandon Cooks. Let's go to our defense. Time is running for me. I need to hurry up. For my cornerbacks, I like one guy to have some type of speed. Some type of speed and some type of man cove. And, some jumping and agility. That's why I got Tracy Porter there. Jimmy Smith, I need some guy who has all-around stats because usually the second wide receiver isn't as quick as the first wide receiver. So Jimmy Smith is at the second wide receiver. Then at the nickel, I need someone with hit power, pursuit, and speed. That's all I need. I don't care about man cove. I don't care about zone cove. I just need a guy with hit power, excel, pursuit, and speed. Now Rashawn Mathis, I just need a guy that can play the zone well because usually the dime, they don't really play the man that much, but I do need a guy that can play the man, so I have Rashawn Mathis. Now, second safety, I need a guy that can sort of lay the boom, can cover well, not that quick, sort of strong, awareness is high. I went with Dewan Landry. They're definitely better ones. Like, see this guy, Antonio Allen, you could pick him up because his stats compared to Dewan Landry, he's got better all-around stats. Like, not all around, but I mean certain stats. But I go with Dewan Landry just because he's a higher rating and just because he can lay the boom. Now, Robert Blanton, you need one safety that can run. Just run. Now, I would recommend either if you're like high on cash, TJ McDonald. Eric Berry is one of the best also. Eric Weddle's card is great. Jairus Byrd, 30K, you can pick him up easily. But the only reason why I went for him is because speed. Defensive line, Brian Robeson, you can pick him up for 6K. Look at those stats. Power moves isn't that great. Hit power and agility isn't that great. And tackle isn't great. But look at the other stats. The other stats outweigh a lot of the players. I mean, look, awareness. Look, J.J. Watt doesn't even have that much acceleration or awareness. He doesn't even have that many finesse moves. Of course, power moves, he's a beast at it. But I'd go with Brian Robeson if you're just looking for a team. Sammy Hill, you might be thinking, he's not the best D-tackle in the game. But the reason why I chose him was because of that strength, tackle, pursuit, power moves, acceleration. They're better cards in the game. And look, he's not the best. He's definitely not the best. But because I am a Titans fan, I do go with him at times. Now, you might be thinking, BJ Raji, really? The only reason why I went with BJ Raji is because of that strength. Look at that, 94. That's the only reason why. Jay Howard, I went for speed on this side, sort of, in the tackle, and the power moves. That's all I need, and the excel is crazy. Anthony Barr, if you can pick up his road to the playoffs card for 7K around that margin, you will cause wreckage. Sorry about that. Anyways, if you can pick up his road to the playoffs cards for 7K, or even his elite card is crazy. That's around 50K. If you can do that, he's probably one of the best linebackers that have the best speed. I mean, I don't know what to explain. His man coverage and zone isn't that great, but if you look at all the other stats, they sort of outweigh it. So if you're a guy that looks at speed, then go for him. Darrell Washington, I went for a guy with better all-around stats. Like, none of his stats go below the 68. And for the 3-4 position, I honestly don't care about zone or man. I just need a guy that can lay the boom, has good pursuit and speed. So I went for Darrell Washington. Then Stephon Anthony, I clearly went for him because of that speed. That speed for a middle linebacker is crazy. Now, Stephen Tulloch doesn't even have that much speed. Avery Williamson, I would recommend for you guys, but he's 16K, so that's why I did put him in the team. And Justin Durant, I went for him also, just because he's only worth 2K. And the stats on his card are just crazy. Look, he compares to Connor Barwin as a better, like, man, cove, and zone and pursuit player. That's crazy. And a tackle. Let's go to our special teams. Now, I don't really care about the kickers, what you get, because I don't really think there's a really decent kicker to get. Same thing with punter. But if I were to recommend a kicker, probably save up for Stefan Gostowski, because there's no use of getting a 78 rated kicker and then going for 2 on one play and wasting your money. So it depends on who you are. Then kick returner, Jordan Tomlin, they're better players, but Jordan Tomlin, for me, he's always the guy that gets around the 30-yard line when he comes back from the touchback zone. So I don't know, maybe for you he might. For me, he does. Golden Tate, I don't get punt returns that much, but for me, this guy is just a mental abuse of his speed. I mean, and his acceleration. I don't really expect my punt returners to get that much, but Golden Tate, he's decent. For anybody, he's decent. If you guys know any other players that could be inserted into this lineup, drop them down below. I will give you the prices for this team. Alright, so the max price for the offense is 65K. That's all you're spending. The defense is 75K, and special teams is around 50K. If you add all that up, that turns to 200K. So it's easy to get 200K in about a month. If you just play the game, you don't even have to snipe or anything. If you just get each player one by one and sell your old players, and sell the trophies and the free stuff that you get in the live events, you will definitely make 200K, maybe even 2 weeks if you play the game constantly. So guys, that is the end of the video. Sorry that it was a really, really long one. I just had to get it all in one tape or in one shot. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.